Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learning to Be Prepared. My name is Jeremy, and today we're going to do a flashlight review from one of my absolute favorite flashlight companies, Olight. The flashlight we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the S2R Baton 2. Now, I have to tell you guys that Olight has been one of my favorite flashlight companies for the last couple of years. I have more Olight flashlights than any other brand flashlight. And I have been impressed at the technology that they put into their lights. The customer service is absolutely phenomenal. And I think you'll like this flashlight. And it's one of those lights that is kind of middle of the road when it comes to finding something that fits into your pocket, but yet it has a tremendous amount of power. So to start out this video, we're going to take a look at what comes in the box. Then we're going to take a look at how this light compares to some of the other Olight flashlights. And after that, we're going to look at some of the characteristics of the lights. And then we'll take a look at the settings of this flashlight, what the lumens are on those settings, and then finally wrap up the video by going outside and getting a few beam shots. Okay, so let's get started. Okay guys, so let's take a look at what comes inside the packaging. As we get started doing this, I want to just say thank you to Skybin for sponsoring this video. If you would like to find this light and any other lights that they have, you can go to Amazon.com, check out their store Skybin, and you'll be able to find all types of Olight lights along with some other brands as well. Now, I've already opened this because I've been using this light for some time now, but I wanted to put everything kind of back in the original package to kind of show you what you can expect. So when you first open this, everything's going to slide out through the top. And this is kind of the new packaging that Olight started using, I believe, in 2018. So in the front, you'll see that the light comes nice and neat here. And in the back, underneath this, is where you're going to find the accessories and the instructions and everything. So let's take out the light momentarily, and we'll just set it over here for right now. And in the back, it's going to remind you that you need to take out this little yellow tab in between the battery and the tail cap. And that's just a safety feature while it's being shipped. So when you first open this, you got to kind of be careful. Things will all kind of come out at you here. So, all right. So the first thing we're going to see is a lanyard. And by the way, guys, if you've never used an Olight lanyard, one of the neat things about it is they include these little pins right here. And this little pin allows you to stick the lanyard through the little eye hole right here. And the pin helps you to pull it through. So that's one neat little thing that Olight does. The next thing you're going to see is a second pocket clip. Now, the reason there are two is that on this particular light, Olight has given us two different colored pocket clips. And this one is sealed quite well here. This one is going to be the black one. The black clip is kind of the one that you're used to seeing on lights, but what they've also given you here is they've given you a blue one, which is the one that's on the light when you open it up, and then they give you the black one in case you would like to swap them out. The next thing you'll see here is this little drawstring bag. This is really handy. Several other lights come with these now, and what I like to do with these is I like to be able to put the charging cable in there, and then I can put this inside my everyday carry backpack, and it's easier to keep up with everything. The next thing that you're going to see is going to be the charging cable. The charging cable is actually pretty nice, and in just a moment I want to share how this one is different than what you might be used to. The next thing you're going to have here is the instruction book and then a little advertisement for some other products. So I think Olight does a really nice job when it comes to packaging their products. Well, going back to this cable, one of the things I'd like to start out with is the fact that this is an updated cable. It's going to be a little bit smaller and it's going to charge a little bit faster than the original cable. So when you look at it like this, you can see a difference in the thickness of the two. And then the new one will also charge just a little bit more quickly. And this is a really nice feature of this light. What happens is when you need to charge it, you'll take this and plug it into some type of USB port. So for today, we're going to take out this battery bank here, and you just plug it in there. And then on the back of the light, there's a little magnet here. And so you just put it on there, and the green light shows you that the flashlight is charging. So that's a really nice feature, is the magnetic charging. And a lot of Olight's lights have this type of charging, and it makes it really convenient. I can charge this using kind of my portable battery bank. I can also charge it in the computer in the car, or you know, you can buy the little cigarette plug-ins that have the USB ports in it. And of course, a lot of the newer cars have USB ports already in them. Okay, so we've taken a look at what's kind of inside the box. And now what I would like to do is I would like to share with you some comparisons of some of the other Olights. And the reason I want to do that is because this particular flashlight is, in my opinion, kind of the middle of the road as far as size goes in the Olight flashlight lineup. So let's first take a look at the M2T. Now this is also an 18650 flashlight, but you're going to notice that the S2R Baton is nearly an inch smaller. So this really provides a nice light to carry in your pocket because it doesn't take up a lot of space. So compared to these two, you can definitely see that the Baton series really does give you a smaller light to carry. The next light that I want to show you is going to be kind of the baby brother to the S2R Baton, and this is going to be the S1R Baton. And you can see that it's about half the size. So if you would like a light with the features of the S2R 2 Baton 2, but you want a smaller form factor, this makes a really nice companion. This uses like one CR123 style battery, while this one is going to use an 18650. So you've got a couple of options here as well. Now the next light that I would like to show you in comparison is that since this is the S2R Baton 2, it tells us that there was a S2R Baton, like original version. And that's what this light is here. Now, this isn't really going to be a comparison video, but I just wanted to at least show you that the knurling right here on the new light is more advanced in my opinion. It's more modern, has a lot more grip to it. This one is just very smooth, and to me, I think that while it's a great look on this light, and I would have been perfectly happy with it had they not come out with this new one. But since they did, I find myself enjoying this one better because it really does give you more grip. But one thing you will notice is that the pocket clips are definitely different on these two lights. I think both of these clips have some advantages and disadvantages. They both work, but I do like how the original one was a little bit longer, just to give you a little bit more carry in the pocket. Okay guys, so now that we've taken a look at what's in the box and we've taken a look at comparing this particular model with some of the other Olight models, I'd like to now kind of take a look at the settings of the flashlight. And to do that, I'm going to use the back of the box to kind of be a little bit of an aid to help me out here. So the SR2 Baton 2 has 5 settings along with a strobe feature. So I'll move this a little bit closer where we can both take a look at it. The moonlight mode is going to be 0.5 lumens and it will last for 60 days. The low is going to be 15 lumens for 100 hours. The medium is going to be 120 lumens for 14 hours. The high will be 400 lumens for 4 hours. And the turbo mode is going to be 1,150 lumens for about 2 minutes, and then it's going to drop down to 400 lumens for about 230 minutes. So it's got a pretty good runtime, and I think a lot of that is due to the fact that it has a nice 18650 battery in it. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this real quick. To take off the bottom of the light, you're just going to turn right here. And inside here, what you're going to notice right off the bat is that the negative side of the battery is actually facing up instead of the positive side. But that's how Olight does some of their lights. And I think that has to do with the magnetic charging here. But this light does come with a really nice 3.6 volt battery, and it's going to be 3,200 milliamp hours. So that really gives you a lot of runtime. So let's take a look a little bit. And I know it might be a little bit hard with the light in the video here, but to get to the moonlight mode, which is going to be half a lumen, you're going to press this button just for a moment, and then it's going to be on. And you can see that that's just a little bit of light, and that's really helpful. So if you're in a movie theater, you don't disturb everybody, or if you're in the car and you're writing something down, it doesn't blind you and give a lot of reflection on the windows. Now, once you have the flashlight on, then you're going to hold the side button down, and it's going to take you to the low. Hold it down again, it'll take you to the medium, and one more time, it's going to take you to high. Now, it does have a turbo mode as well, and you can get to the turbo mode by double-clicking the side button, either when the flashlight is off or when it's on. So when it's off, like now, you just double-click it, and it's going to go to turbo. And you can really see that is very, very bright. Now, if you have the flashlight turned on and you turn it off, it's also going to offer you a memory feature. The flashlight will remember moonlight, low, medium, and high. But if you turn the light off while it's in turbo, the memory will go back to the high mode. So when you press this button twice to get to their turbo mode, you press it 3 times and it'll take you straight to strobe. So we're going to click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you can do that with the light on or with the light off. Now, there's one other feature that is a little bit interesting. This light also comes with a timer. So it has a low timer and a high timer. In order to turn that on, when the light is on, you're going to hold it. You're going to click the button twice and hold it on the second one. So it's going to be 1, 2, and it'll blink, letting you know the timer is set. You do it again, and it will let you know that it's going to the second timer. So there's a short one and a long one. So when the light is on, okay, so that's one timer, and you double click it again, and that's for the shorter timer. So those are the settings that are going to be on the S2R Baton 2. And if I could recommend one thing to Olight, it would be that I'd like to see this pocket clip be a little bit longer, because I feel like it's hard to use this pocket clip on a hat as short as it is. So that's something that I would like to see different. Other than that, I really do like this flashlight a lot. Now, one other benefit is that as you have the magnetic charging, this also gives you a magnetic place to attach the light to something. So if you're working on the car, you can just stick it to most metal surfaces, and the light will stick, giving you kind of a hands-free option. Another thing that I do like about this light is the way that the pocket clip is. The pocket clip on the new version is in a fixed location. And the reason I like that is because when you go to grab the light, you always know that where the pocket clip is, the button is going to be on the opposite side. On the older model, the pocket clip, you could spin it. And so as you played around the light or you stuck it in a bag or whatever, if the pocket clip moved, it was a little bit harder to always know where that button is if you're the type of person that uses the pocket clip to give you kind of the feeling of where the button's going to be. Okay, so we've taken a look at what's in the box. We've taken a look at how this light compares in size to some of the other Olights. And we've also taken a look at some of the features of the light. And there is actually one other feature I would like to add real quick, and that is that this light has a lockout feature. The lockout feature is going to be where you hold down the side button until the light goes off, and that is going to give you a lockout feature so that when you put this in your pocket, you're not going to accidentally turn it on. And when you're ready to turn the light back on, you just press and hold again, and it will turn back on. Okay, so now let's go outside and get a few beam shots. If you're out going for a walk and you just want to be able to see around you and take a look at what's going on, I think medium is a really good setting to be able to do that on. It's going to give you plenty to see out in front of you, 20, 30 feet without any problem. But you're not going to light up the whole neighborhood at the same time either. So if we're just out walking around, I think it does pretty good on the lower setting of medium. But if we want to turn around, for an example, to where these trees are behind us here, in order to see anything from about 100 feet away or so, you want to go ahead and crank it on up to high. And that's going to be turbo mode. With turbo, you can easily see the tops of the trees and everything behind them on that little hill right there without any problem. Okay guys, thanks for watching the review of the S2R Baton 2. Thank you again to Skybin for sponsoring this video. And if you have any comments, please put them down below. Thank you.